Welcome back to Marvel Puzzle Quest with me, P.I. McLeod, and we're here on day, 4118. A couple days away from that King cover. Let's move into it. It is Puzzle Gauntlet time. First 5 nodes is how we do it around here. We do 5 nodes at one day, 5 nodes on another day. That way this isn't too long and convoluted, because sometimes these puzzle gauntlets are very RNG based. It really depends on which puzzle gauntlet we're talking about. Some are easier than others, some are cheesable. It's just really just different flavors. But they only have like 5 or 6 different flavors of puzzle gauntlet, if we're being honest. So let's look into it and see which ones they give us. Today our featured guys are Black Panther, 4-star, 4-star Thor, Wasp, 3-star Beast, and 3-star Star-Lord. 3-star Star-Lord. Anyways, we're gonna do the top 5 nodes. Top 5 answers on the board. Anyways, change of pace round 1. We gotta go against Luke Cage, Shuri, and Prowler. Have 10 friendly attack tiles at once. Now, in the past, in various puzzle gauntlets, I would say that I would not run the same winning tactic over and over again. And sometimes a lot of times I wouldn't use 5 stars. Out with that. We know what we're doing now. I have a playlist of years plural of puzzle gauntlets we can refer to if we need other solutions that are 4-star or 3-star based. I have the roster full of these guys, and if you have individual questions or if you just need certain advice on certain nodes, drop me a line. On YouTube, on Twitch, on Reddit. My name works in all these places. Go ahead, and I'll be sure to try to help you out best I can before the event is over. 10 friendly attack tiles at once? Attack tiles, right? That's not too hard. One of the best attack tile makers out there, bar none, 4-star, red, green, black, that would be Carnage. He makes 6 attack tiles a turn. Only 3 of them are friendly, 3 of them are enemy. So it would take him about 4 turns maximum to get all that out there. And that's assuming the enemy doesn't match him away or anything, right? Okay, let's add on to this. Let's make this even better. Go over to here. We'll change these colors to green, blue, and black. My 3-star Doc Ock is a 4-star thanks to Ascension. I'll put him over here. Why 4-star Doc Ock? You can match an enemy tile and he'll make 2 friendly attack tiles. Carnage is going to be doing a lot of work here making those enemy tiles for us. Why not, right? Finally, I'm going to add on a little more extra to this. Over to here. Thinking of the colors. Give me a second. Blue, black. It's driving me crazy right now. I think it's purple. There he is. Prowler says, hey, at the start of the turn, I'm going to fortify 2 enemy tiles. And so we're going to fortify enemy attack tiles in this case because Carnage is making them, right? All you have to do is match them, and as long as Prowler matches a fortified enemy tile, he takes it over. It's now yours. So that's another way we can make friendly attack tiles. Carnage is going to make 6 tiles, 3 of them already friendly. Match the enemies with Doc Ock to make 2 more. And by the way, while you're matching them, Prowler is going to convert them to your side. Beautiful. You want to throw some more salt on the wound? Let's see what we can do in our supports. We can do Chewie. Chewie has a rank 1 thing that says support a character makes a match. Has a almost 50% chance at my level 200 one to create an attack tile. I mean, why not, right? Let's throw that in there. What do we got over here, Doc Ock? Let's see. No, it's not Corvus. Ebony Maw? There you go. Start of the turn, there's a chance to create an attack tile. It's only like 13%, but just to create one because they can. I mean, why not? Throw it on there. Prowler, what you got for me? Oh yeah, I forgot. He's got that Tinkerer set up, right? Let's see. His Prowler equip thing says when you match a fortified enemy strike attack or projectile, deal some damage and fortify 2 friendly tiles. That helps us keep them around longer, doesn't it? That sounds amazing. I mean, let's get into this. This should be quick. It's going to take longer to explain this setup than it is to get it done. What's up, Mark? How you doing, bud? Good to see you. Okay, so we don't need the defense tiles. No, we don't want those. They're in our way. Let's go and let's just start hitting Shuri. Now they have an enemy Prowler out there, which means they can steal our stuff too, but we should be making things so fast that they can't really comprehend. So we have 3 right now. This is assuming that they put out tiles in matchable places. Right now they did not. It's okay, we'll get there. I'm gonna take what? This yellow for no good reason. Oh, there's another attack. An attack. Got 5 of them. They're fortifying our stuff, which means that they can match them away, but you get the point. We're at 8. Oh, just give me 1 match. Like right here. There goes Doc Ock doing his thing. We have 10. No 5 stars needed. Not saying we really would have needed 5 stars. I mean, there's not a lot of 5-star instant making attack tile peeps out there. There's some, but that's a pretty good setup right there we just did. Change of pace, round 2. Have 12 friendly strike tiles at once. Okay, if you're not thinking of Rocket Raccoon at this moment, then something's wrong with you. You need to seek help. Let's get into it. 4-star. Blue, green, yellow. Notice I already have low level AI on him. Right there. Because you create an extra strike tile every turn. It's a gimme. We only need 12 of these things. He starts with 7 on his yellow. Yellow at 5, start with 7 strike tiles, okay? That yellow out there. Now, why would you not throw in one of his BFFs, Polaris? Match 1 and multiply them, right? I could have did this for the attack tiles, honestly. I was just being cute. And then over here, strike tiles, eh? There's ways to do this, but I feel like there's some we don't use enough. 5-star. Is it green, purple, black? There's null. That's who I was thinking of. Start of the turn. If one does not exist, create a 3-turn countdown that creates a strike each turn. There we go. That's what I wanted. Just create a strike each turn. So we could do other things. We could put in Dakin to make them upon matching greens. Either Dakin would work. We could put in Blade. If there's a lot of red tiles on the board, he'll start making them every turn. There's options. That's what I'm trying to say. There's options, but I'm trying to do it passively, and so here's null. Let's get into it. So we already got 8 out there. If we can get 2 matches or 2 strikes matched because of Polaris, we win. Unfortunately, I don't see a way to match 2 of them right off hand, so it's going to take a couple of turns, I guess. We're at 10, and they destroyed a few, didn't they? They're jerks. But thanks to support, we're up to 9. Guess we'll match this. We're up to 11, right? And then low-level AI wins it off for 12. Or summon dragons from null. You choose. Easy peasy. These aren't hard ones. You and I both know that. What you're learning here, if you're learning anything, is just quick comparisons, like, oh, if I'm thinking attack tiles, I should think these characters. If I'm thinking strike tiles, I should think these characters, and maybe some supports to go with them as well. Some of these supports are overlooked more often than they should be. There's a lot of players out there that still don't think to use supports or to move them. You can move them between your characters at will. So have 14 friendly projectiles at once. There's a lot of ways to go about projectiles, but a nice easy kickstart, and you might have it, you might not. And I'm going to do this for multiple reasons. Beta Ray Bill, I normally wouldn't throw out a 5-star like this, but he starts with 4. And all you need is just 1 cover to start with 3. That's a good kickstart right there. You don't need much more than that. You could do just 1 cover of yellow to start with 3. If you get up to 3 covers of it, you're at 4. Doesn't get any better than that, just stronger projectiles. So do that. The Carol Communicator, at the start of the battle, there's a chance to create 2 projectiles. I mean, it's a chance to just get 2 more out there. I mean, that's not bad. Can't say no to that. I mean, you could, but that'd be weird. We could keep Polaris in there just to keep the multiplying going. Why not, right? And do you want to start with more projectiles? There's other ways to go about this. You could use the new Betsy Braddock. She likes to make 1 every turn, right? Or you could use Doctor Strange. You might be like, why? Why would I do that? Go in here, swap that support that I had on him for no reason. Sanctum Sanctorum. At the bottom, it says if you equipped a Doctor Strange at the start of the turn, create a projectile for every 3 blues on the board. At the start of the battle, I'm sorry. So for every 3 blue tiles on the board, he's going to make another projectile. We could start with plenty. Let's just double check ourselves. What's this say? On your turn, new tiles have an increased chance to be yellow. Nothing about having no blues out there. So let's get into that, right? We're going to have extra 2 there, some extra random amount here due to Doctor Strange, at least 4 from Beta Ray Bill, and Polaris is going to multiply what we can match. Let's go. What's up, Matt? Odd stream time, I know. I had a really odd lunch break here, but you know, take what I can get, right? We're already up to 8 out of 14 projectiles. Thank you, Sanctum Sanctorum, Beta Ray Bill, and Carol's Communicator. I guess I'll match that one to start. Wasn't a lot of blue tiles, just a couple. It's almost like they knew what I was doing. I don't see any easy way to match multiples of these, so we'll take, what, this purple? Oh, they're going to take my yellow away. That's annoying. There goes 2 more of them. So remember, this Clash of the Worthy makes a protect tile every time the enemy hits you. So if they have one of those lucky computer cascades, you're going to make protect tiles. So throw that out there when you can. You probably already know this, right? It's Beta Ray Bill. Everyone knows him. At least, well, from this game. I wouldn't know him without this game. I'll be 100% honest. I was introduced to him because of this game. We'll throw out what? This red one? Sure. So we're up to 12, and that should do it right there. Thank you for hitting me twice, computer. 2 more to go. Change of pace, round 4. Have 16 web tiles at once. Okay, this one can be a little tricky. It's just about learning who to target, who not to target, and what web creators are going to actually get you the most bang for your buck. On your turn, new tiles have decreased chance to be blue. That's not going to help 100%. It'll help a little bit. You'll see how. Let's get our web makers out there. Our best web makers are going to be yellow, blue, and black. On the 4-star, we got Spidey 2099. He makes 3 every time you match a blue, yellow, or black. Well, as long as it's a hero matching a blue, yellow, or black. Don't put villains with them and expect them to do the work. That ain't how that happens. It has to be... Nope, not that one. There it is. Whenever a friendly hero makes a black, blue, or yellow. See? Okay. Go over to here. We'll put on, I want to change that up to blue, green, purple. Spidey India. He doesn't make any in the same way that 2099 does. When a friendly web spin trap tile is matched or destroyed, create 3 web tiles, plus 3 web tiles if matched or destroyed by the enemy team. Well, that's great because he, at the start of the battle, he makes 3 of them and he makes another one every turn. Those trap tiles are great. Obviously, they're overwritable, but just match what you can, or let the enemy do it for you if you really trust them. One more Spidey, right? You could go a couple different ways with this one. For instance, you can go red, blue, green, and you could put on Spider-Man Infinity War. He's got his quick reflexes that say whenever Spider-Man, which means himself, makes a match, create 2 web tiles, enemy powers, blah, 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 blah. But the problem is at the bottom of it, when Spider-Man takes damage from an enemy power, remove half of all web tiles rounded down. In other words, you don't want him to be in front when an enemy power is going to be made. Okay? Don't let any enemy powers go off on him. And that's, I'm going to go back a screen to show you here. You cannot target him in this either. If you target him for any reason, if an enemy power touches him, there goes half the webs out there. Not cool. So target Venom, target 2099, do something like that, okay? If you wanted a little bit of longevity, like maybe you're having trouble staying alive long enough, replace Spider-Man Infinity War with like Spider-Gwen. You know, someone with like healing upon matching webs, stuff like that, okay? You could also do 4-star Miles Morales. He'll help you produce AP, and that blue AP he's going to help produce could go right to 2099 to stunning enemies over and over again to keep them, hold them at bay. I'm just trying to go for a quicker win here. Totem Dagger, not good for hitting random guys. I keep forgetting it's random. I always thought it was the first guy up from front. Wait a minute, it hits random people? That just gives me an idea. Do you know all those teams you fight in PvP that have the leapfrog support added on and that makes someone invisible? Do you know what hits invisible people? Random attacks. Random attacks hit invisible people. That's why Mephisto is so good against it, because well, he doesn't care. He just hits random people with his Hellfire passive. So that's pretty interesting. I wonder if we could amp up, like Okoye, for instance, with 2099 and a Totem Dagger to hit random people, get through that whole leapfrog effect. Anyways, thoughts for another time. Let's go back into this. Let's get off of you, go to Venom, yellow, black. That's a lot of webs. We're already at 15. That's a lot better, right? But honestly, that was a win. Not just literally, but the idea of hitting random people that are invisible. I'm going to be using it soon. I feel like that's something that could be really abused if we put our minds to it. Next time I see someone in PvP hiding behind leapfrog and arrow with the whole invisibility thing, this might work. Okay, change of pace, round 5. Have 20 charged tiles at once. This one might be just a little harder. Charged tiles are everyone's tiles, right? They want them, we want them. The enemy Thor there has a blue that stuns. Enemy Storm has a black that destroys all the charged tiles on the screen. Does a lot of damage for it too. Wolverine doesn't really do much besides board shake. That green and that black are a lot of board shake. 2-star Electro. Yeah, 2-star Electro's a good one for it. There's a lot of options, honestly. Matter of fact, if you weren't sure about who makes charge tiles and who doesn't, don't forget you can go down here to ability descriptions in your filter, then search roster for the word charge. There's a lot of options for making charge tiles in the game. You just got to search for them. Now, some of them aren't 100% true. Some of them have ability descriptions like, oh, I charge the opponent, you know? You just kind of have to know. But more often than not, there's charge tile makers out here. Like, Black Bolt makes 2 a turn, but until there's 4 out there. Once you get 4 out there, then he just stops making them, and he starts hurting the enemy big time, and a little to himself. So it's not really the best option for it. Wanda doesn't make any charge tiles. Not every charge option is a real charge option. Didn't Cable get a rework with this? Hold up. Basic tile, going 9-turn blue, 9-turn thing. Blue countdown tile, want to make a green match. Stun the enemy 2 turns, crypt 7 green charge tiles. 7 greens. That's a lot at once. Unfortunately, it just makes a 9-turn blue countdown tile. You know, that's just, it's unfortified. It's unprotected. It's fragile, in other words. I don't know if we could rely on that. Oh, I forgot about his thing here, though. You can fortify countdowns and repeaters by making a yellow match. Nah, it's not really worth it. Mighty Thor makes some charge tiles per turn. There's a lot in her passive here. But at the start of the battle, she makes 3 random basics into charge tiles. At the beginning of her turn, she converts a random basic into a charge tile. And then her blue actively makes 5 charge tiles. I mean, she's a shoo-in for this. Another shoo-in, if we're going to call it that, is 5-star, red, blue, green. Riri. Riri's red is amazing. For 3 red, one of the cheapest things out there, for 3 red, you're going to make 4 charge tiles, or you can target the whole team and it doubles it. So you're going to make 8 charge tiles for 3 red? Yes. And then not to mention she does that whole, after she gets so many overcharge points, it makes a countdown, her powers are locked, but that's what Mighty Thor is there for. Mighty Thor is there to unlock her by destroying the countdown that gets created. It's gone. And then Riri can get back to abusing the system. One more person for charge tile fun, right? Could do Negasonic, but the cascades she can make could ruin some of our work too. She makes cascades every time a charge tile is destroyed or matched away. It's cool, but it could also go against us. I'm tempted to put in Loki, if only because, okay, her yellow destroys all charge tiles and then makes 3 more. You don't want to use it. She doesn't have a yellow. He has a yellow that makes charge tiles, plain and simple. A use for yellow. Starts out invisible. He's purple, which not really worth talking about right now. But his black makes a lot of charge tiles as long as he's invisible, which he is because his purple says so at the beginning of the match. As long as you keep matching purple charge tiles, he stays invisible, and now we have a black AP use for making charges and a yellow AP use for making charges. That might be fun. Let's give it a shot. I know, Mark. We, Miles and Morales, 3-star, Negasonic, Jubilee. I seen them, and I'm sorry I didn't respond. You are 100% right. However, I think we've been down those roads before. I think last time we ran this, didn't we use Electro last time, the 2-star one? And we've used Negasonic and Jubilee before. They're good. Nothing wrong with them. Let's be honest. I don't really tap into 5-stars that often on here. We have an arc reactor that says we start with 5 red AP. So I could literally just hit this button and hit overcharge. We're at 11 now. Yay, 11. So what if we just did this now? They took one of them away. How dare they? Okay, now it's the bad thing about M Thor doing all that cascade work, but does it really matter when we're just gonna do like repulsor charge? We're at 16 now. $21. There we go. You might not have those options. And I understand that. But if you do have them, you probably don't need this help. If you didn't realize what they did, now you know. And more importantly, if you need help with a lower level roster, two things. A, either reach out to me. I'll be happy to help you out. I can verbalize some stuff with you on a text. We'll figure it out together, no big deal. Or you can look at my playlist on YouTube. I have a whole playlist dedicated to puzzle gauntlets. Go ahead and look it up. We've had puzzle gauntlets for years, and these exact fights have been on here. And I've been using 3 and 4 stars to get through these for years now. So solutions are out there ready for you. Or, like I said, hit me up. Facebook Messenger, YouTube, Reddit, Discord, heck, Xbox Live if you want. Same name everywhere. Anyways, that's the first 5 fights in Puzzle Gauntlet. For this time around, we got the next 5 next time. Probably in a couple days. Okay, and then Saturday I'm going to try to run the boss just for funsies. Probably just a Twitch stream like this. Nothing saved to YouTube or anything this time because it'll be for funsies. Okay, that's about it. Thank you very much for joining me, Mark and Matt. I appreciate you guys showing up. That's really cool to see you guys here again. And I will talk to you guys really, really soon. Later, everybody.